What's up guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Angel Merino, but you can call me Mac Daddy. Today's video is gonna be extra fun because I am doing a full face of makeup using influencer owned brands or influencer collaborations. Now this video is something that I've been wanting to do for a while because I just wanted to show so much love to all of my influencer friends because, you know, we gotta support each other, you know, we out here together, and there's just so many new products, so many new launches, so many new collabs that my friends have been dropping, and I figured, you know what? Let's just do a video so I can show everyone some love. So if you guys want to see how to get this look right here using influencer brands or collaborations, then keep on watching. So before we get this tutorial, I have a couple of disclosures because there's some new things happening. If you guys follow me on Instagram and you watch my stories, you might have known that I just recently got some veneers. So I'm still getting used to having them. I feel like I have a slight little lisp moment happening, or just like certain words are just a little bit harder for me to like pronounce. I'm getting used to it. I love them. Shout out to my doctor, Sam Saleh. He did such a great job. But if you're wondering like what's going on, why I might sound a little off, that is why. And another thing too, when I was putting together all of the products for this video, it was a little bit challenging trying to like literally cover every single category with like influencer owned brands. So there's a couple of things that I couldn't find for certain categories. So just keep that in mind. But we're gonna get started with a little bit of skincare. I absolutely love this brand. I know you guys have seen it all over the gram, and that is Summer Fridays. I love Mariana, I love Lauren and everything that they stand for, everything that they're doing for the brand. So I've been using this CC Me Serum for quite some time now, and I really, really love it. I love what it's doing to my skin. This is really, really great for anyone that has like hyperpigmentation, sun damage, acne scarring. This is really gonna help with just making sure that like your complexion just looks so much more even. It also helps with hydration, which I love. It just makes your skin feel super plump and just like super supple and juicy. And I love using this under makeup or at night as well. I'm just gonna take a couple of pumps of this on my hand before I apply it on my skin. So a little bit more about Summer Fridays. They are actually vegan and cruelty free, and I really love what they stand for. They actually just started a recycling program, which when I saw on socials, I was very, very impressed because I feel like a lot of brands try to be like clean and sustainable, and I feel like Summer Fridays is doing that in a way where it's like really genuine. The really cool thing about them is if you have 5 empty containers, this is actually glass, by the way, which is biodegradable. I also have the jet lag mask right here, which comes in like this like aluminum, I don't know if I would call this like a container, but this is basically aluminum. But basically, if you have 5 empty products, you can actually email them. They will send you a return label, okay? So you don't have to pay for shipping. And then you send it back, they will recycle them for you, and then you get a free little travel size jet lag mask, which I think is like such a cool program and such a cool initiative because it really does show that they are really, you know, wanting to help the environment and the world. And I wish there was more brands doing things like that. For myself personally, it inspires me with my brand to really kind of think of like, what are really cool ways that we can really show, you know, people that we do want to help the world and that we do want to help the planet. And I just love that they initiated that. I think that's super awesome. You guys can see that the serum just glides onto my skin really, really nicely. It makes it feel really nice and supple. Something else that I really love to do though is, although this is a mask, I do love to use this over the CC serum, almost as like a moisturizer. I don't apply it as much though when I use it as a moisturizer. Just gonna take a little pea size of it, and I'm lightly just gonna start to blend this on my cheeks. This is really, really great when you feel super dry, when your skin just feels like it just needs like a nice little pick-me-up. But I love to wear it and layer it and just kind of leave this on my skin, let it do its thing before I apply foundation. If you guys are wondering what's going on with my nails, I wanted to do something a little spoopy because it is Halloween. So we decided to do this little like blood splatter moment. It's so funny because when I post stuff on stories, people are like, what is going on with your nails? Like, are you okay? I'm not bleeding. It's just an illusion, a little spoopy moment for Halloween time. Okay, my hair has been having a mind of its own. So if it starts to get a little wonky, you know, let's just keep it moving. Moving on to foundation, I'm gonna be using the Dose of Colors foundation. This is the Meet Your Hue foundation, and I'm gonna be trying shade 122 medium tan. I'm gonna be using this with this sponge that's also from Dose of Colors. Now, I have known Anna for quite some time now, and I'm so proud of her and everything that she's doing with Dose. Her brand has literally like blown up so much. I'm so proud of you, Anna. And this is actually one of my first times using this foundation. I've heard great things about it, and we're just gonna give this a go. I'm just gonna stipple it in on my skin. So I like this shade. I think the color is a good match for me. It's like nice and warm. As I'm blending this out, I'm noticing that like it's more like a medium coverage foundation, but I'm sure that we can layer it and really kind of kick it up for a little bit more of a full coverage moment, which you guys know I absolutely love. I did notice that this sponge is really nice and soft, so it doesn't feel stiff or anything like that, which is, you know, a plus. All right, so I like how that is looking so far. Skin's looking nice and flawless. So moving on, we're gonna do a little color correcting. I'm gonna use this Huestick. This is from my friend Deepika, her brand Live Tinted. This is in the shade Rise. And this is really awesome for anybody that has like dark circles. Sometimes I get really crazy dark circles. So this is a really, really great color corrector. People like to use this around like the mouth as well, or like anywhere where you have a lot of pigmentation. But for me today, I'm literally just gonna apply this like right underneath my eyes, just to kind of color correct before we add a little concealer. And I'm gonna take that same sponge and just kind of stipple this out. It can look a little crazy at first, but trust me, once you pop on that concealer, it just makes the world of difference. Speaking of concealer, for today, I'm gonna be using this Huda Beauty. This is the Overachiever concealer. I picked two different shades because I haven't used these before, and I don't know which one I am. So I'm gonna go in first with Granola, which is shade 18N. I do like this little like applicator that comes at the tip of the component, and we're just gonna lay it out right in here. It's really nice and cooling. And I'm gonna go in with that sponge again and just stipple it out. Now, the trick with using color correctors is when you are layering your concealer on top, you wanna stipple. You don't wanna use like a brush because you don't wanna move things around. Think of it as like layering over. So again, just like stipple that concealer. And this concealer is blending out really, really nicely actually. I'm kind of really shook because I'm just like, why have I not used this before? Looks really nice and smooth. I love the way that that's looking so far. Okay, I do want a little bit more brightness, so I did pick out a lighter shade. This is Coconut Flakes. I'm gonna layer a little bit of this color on top just to give us a little bit more brightness. I'm gonna mainly add it like right in here though. Okay, yeah, this is definitely giving me the brightness that I am looking for. And there is just something about Huda Beauty products and the way that they smell. It's just like, it smells so, so, so good. So signature Huda. I really like the bottom of this sponge, by the way. Feels really nice, and it just kind of gives me a really nice blend. All right, so moving forward, we're going to set the under eye area. Now, I wanted to use Patrick's powder in collaboration with MAC, but I couldn't find it anywhere. So we're just gonna use Miss Good Old Laura Mercier. This is probably maybe one of the only products that's not like an influencer moment. So sorry about that. But yeah, we just gotta make do. To apply this powder, I'm gonna be using this brush. This is from the Nabela and E.L.F collaboration. This is brush number, it doesn't have a number, but it is from her collaboration with E.L.F. I just love the shape of it. You guys know I love to use something like this for my under eye area, so I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of that powder and just stipple it underneath my eye area. This brush is so soft. It feels really, really nice underneath my eye area. So moving on, I'm going to use, I'm super excited about this. This is the Sigma X Roxette Arisa collaboration. She designed her own brush that's in here, as well as some of her favorite Sigma brushes. This is such a cool project. I'm so proud of Roxette. She is literally like the most amazing, sweetest, kindest soul. So I'm super happy for her. She is so deserving of this collaboration. I love these little kind of like, I don't know what I would call these, like brush holder moments. They're so great to travel with because you never want your brushes to get like messed up. So this is easy to just like throw in your bag, throw into like your luggage or anything like that. And it is nice and secure with these little snaps. So we're gonna open her up. She looks like this. I'm gonna start off using this brush. This is her, look Look at how beautiful these handles are. I love like the gradient from like the rose gold to the black. They feel so nice and soft. A lot of people don't know this, but Sigma brushes actually have warranty. So I know that they're a little bit more, you know, on, I wouldn't even say like pricey because there's so many other brushes that are so much more expensive, but they definitely are an investment. But the good thing is that you get warranty with them. So if anything happens to them, which a lot of the times nothing happens to them, you can exchange them and they will send you a new one. This is her iconic bronze brush, and this is the one that she hand designed. We talked about like the shape and why she chose to kind of create this brush, and I'm really excited to use it. For my bronzer today, I'm gonna use one of my cult favorites. You guys see me use this all the time. I mean, it's pretty much like so beat up, but it's the Patrick Starrr and MAC bronzer in the shade Give Me Life. So this is what I'm gonna be using today to bronze my cheeks with this brush. So we're just gonna go ahead and pick up some of that bronzer. Look at it, it's like almost done. Patrick, I need a new one. I know you have a stash somewhere, so come through. And we're just gonna start to bronze these cheeks. Ooh, it feels so soft. And I love how precise like the application is with this brush because of the taperedness of it. So you can really get like right where you want. Okay, so moving on, let's move on to some blush because I've been really feeling the blush moment, and I just got these in the mail and I'm so excited to use them. This is that new like fresh out of the PR box. This is from Patrick Ta Beauty. This is in the shade She's Sincere. This is from his Monochromatic Moment collection. Let me just open this, you guys. It is so beautiful. I mean, look at that. Look at how beautiful this blush is. It is stunning. I love the tone. I've been feeling like this like blushy, like peachy moment. I'm gonna also pick up another brush from the Nabela and E.L.F collaboration. By the way, all of these brushes that I'm using from the Nabela and E.L.F collection are sold in a set, as well as the brushes that Roxette did with Sigma. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up a little bit of this baby right here with this fluffy brush. We're just gonna just hit my cheeks with it. Just right there for the one time. And I love the names. She's Sincere. Like, it's so me, because I'm just, you know, so sincere. And I'm almost applying this like right in between the bronzer and the highlight just to kind of give it like a nice blend, make it look a little bit more diffused, if you know what I mean. And these blushes have like a nice subtle glow, which is really nice. They're not like super like dry or matte looking. I love these, so pretty. All right, I feel good about that. We're all blushed up. Moving on, let's add a little bit of glow. Okay, we love our glow moments. I absolutely love these Moon Prism powders from Lunar Beauty. This is Manny's brand. This is in the shade Venus. This packaging is like so amazing, so unique. I love everything that he's doing with his brand, but when I got these in the mail, these aren't new, by the way. These I wanna say are like from a previous launch. But if you haven't tried them, you absolutely need to because the powders are amazing. I'm gonna use Roxette's fan brush that is in her collection with Sigma. This is brush F42, the strobing fan. And yeah, we're just gonna pick up some of this and apply it on our cheeks. Just kind of hitting those high points of the face. I love fan brushes. I fall in and out of love with fan brushes because sometimes I'll use like a stiffer brush, and then other times I like want to use a fan brush, but I love the size of this one because it's not too overwhelming and it's not too big, and it just gets right where you want it as far as like the high points of the cheek. You're not like, you know, applying a highlight like all over and it just ends up looking a little crazy. You did that, Manny. You did that. So bomb. Okay, so I'm gonna clean up my contour line how I normally always do. I'm gonna use that same beauty sponge that I was using earlier. I'm not really gonna like talk too much about this because you guys have seen me do this so much, but you know, just gotta get it done. I'm gonna go back in with that brush and just kind of like blend. Now I am gonna use a little bit of this Pat McGrath powder. This is in the shade Light Medium 2. And I mean, technically Pat McGrath is an influencer because she's that, and we live for her. So we're just gonna go ahead and use this powder. And I'm literally just gonna take that same brush that I used earlier from the Nabela collaboration with E.L.F. And we're just gonna lightly set right in here. We're gonna set her and let her simmer. I love how I'm jumping around with my makeup today because I feel like I normally have like a really specific process, but I'm just feeling it and I'm just kind of like moving and grooving and just kind of picking up like random things. So I'm really liking this. this moment that we're giving right now. But let's move on to brows. I'm gonna be using this Kylie Cosmetics because Kylie is an influencer. I'm gonna use this angle brush that has a spoolie on it. I'm gonna use the spoolie side first. I really don't do that much to my brows anymore, you guys. Like, I've been obsessed with them. I've been letting them grow and do their thing for so long. My brow girl, Vanessa, is amazing. And after I laminated them, like, literally all I do is literally just kind of like brush them, push them up, and just add like a little bit of product at the end. But like, for the most part, like, I really don't do that much to them anymore. And I'm such a fan of spoolie brushes. I think they always come through and come in handy. So we live for this. We live for a spoolie brush moment. All right, so now that I have brushed through them, I'm going to pick up, I have 2 of her Kybrow pencils. Let me see what shade this is. I have dark brown and I have medium brown. I'm gonna go with the medium brown. And it also, sorry. It also has a spoolie on one side. I just noticed that, which is convenient. But I'm just gonna take that medium brown. I'm gonna warm it up on the back of my hand first. And I'm lightly just gonna add a little bit of this just like right at the end of the brow, just to extend ever so lightly. You go Coco, Kylie. You go Kylie. I was gonna say you go Glen Coco, and then I said you go Coco. And then I realized that like that's Chloe, so then I had to say like you go Kylie, so you go Kylie. You go Kai Kai. All right, so moving on to eyes, I'm gonna be using this Persona Cosmetics. This is the Identity 2 palette. Shout out to Sona, she's been killing it. You guys can pick this up at Ulta, which is absolutely amazing. I kind of want to keep the eyes a little bit softer, a little bit just kind of more everyday. I'm gonna be using this blending brush from the Roxette and Sigma collab. This is brush E40, the tapered blending, and we're gonna go ahead and pick up the shade right here called Loyal, which is like this nice soft brown right in here. And we're just lightly going to blend this in our crease. You guys can see, like, I don't really use eyeshadow base a lot, just kind of depends. But for this today, I really just kind of want it to look like, almost like second skin, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want it to look like too predominant. Like, I just want it to just blend nicely onto my eyelid. So we're not using a base today. So now that we blended that out, I'm gonna go in with this brush. This is number E54, the medium sweeper, and I'm gonna pick up this light shade in here called Honest, which is like a nice, like, it's like a really light, almost like a pink, kind of, I don't know how to describe it, almost like a shell pink, but I just wanna give my eyes like a slight wash of color. Like, I don't want anything too crazy, so I'm literally just gonna stay really, really close to the lash line. And you guys can see how it just kind of just like brightens up my eye. And yeah, it just gives us a nice little like pop on our eyelid. I'm gonna go back in with this brush. This is from the Nabela and E.L.F collab. I'm gonna pick up that same shade, Loyal, and I'm just gonna blend this underneath my lash line. All right, I'm feeling good about that. I'm gonna apply my lashes off of camera, but just so you guys know, I'm gonna be using my Baddie B lashes. This is from Jenny69. This is literally one of my favorite styles. This is in the style Saucy. It's the most beautiful lash. I'm gonna pop these on and I will be right back. All right, so I went ahead and I popped on my lashes. You guys can see how it like totally kicked up this look. For my mascara, I'm using this Pat McGrath Fetish Eyes mascara. I'm also gonna apply a little bit of this on the bottom lashes because I feel like it just makes such a huge difference. So let me just wiggle a little bit of that right in here, just like so. This is such a good mascara if you guys have not tried it. It just really, really gets the job done. And to conceal my top lash line, I did this off of camera, but I did use the Huda Beauty Lifeliner, which I've been obsessed with. It is so amazing. I love it so much. Moving on to lips, I'm gonna use the Nabela and E.L.F Cosmetics collab. They did a lip liner and a liquid lipstick. So I'm gonna line my lips first using the lip liner, just ever so slightly. And I'm gonna go in with the shade. This is called Myra Nude, and it is a beautiful nude. She looks like this. I love the packaging. I love how they really just like brought the essence of her culture to life through like all the packaging and the PR. I think it is amazing. Such a pretty color. It's like the perfect like peachy nude. And last but not least, to finish my lips and to finish this look, I'm gonna go in with this Lunar Beauty lip gloss in the shade Enchantment. And it's like a beautiful, almost like clear, but it has a little bit of like a multicolored pearl in it. So we're just gonna like glaze our lips with her. Oh, and it literally smells like cupcakes, you guys. Like I want a cupcake so bad now. Oh my gosh. Wow, such a beautiful tone. It almost made it look a little like pinky purple, and that is absolutely stunning. Feeling this whole moment. All right, guys, that pretty much completes this look. I had so much fun doing this video. Really quickly, I just want to give a huge shout out to everyone that is an influencer that owns a brand. I know firsthand how hard it really is. It takes so much work, passion, and dedication. Make sure you guys support indie brands, support influencer-owned brands, because we are literally taking over, and I just really admire everyone for just like taking the leap and believing in themselves, especially the ones that are like independent and not like funded by bigger corporations, because it is just hard, you guys. It is hard out here, but we are taking over the beauty space, and this video was so much fun to do. Let me know in the comments below what other videos you guys want to see. I've been contemplating doing something where I do my makeup with all like minis, because I think minis are so cute. So let me know if you guys are into that. Let me know if you guys want to see like a full face of like one brand, or maybe like a drugstore versus like a high-end moment. I'm literally running out of ideas. I've been a little bit in like a funk with like my video ideas, so let me know. I also want to do things that are not beauty related, so let me know what kind of like other things you guys want to see, like some lifestyle, some fashion, some challenges, some twerking, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. And before you go, don't be shady, be a lady. Subscribe to my channel. Make sure you guys turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss a beat. And I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.